Alright, well we're back with another SVO video. Today we're actually going to be doing front suspension stuff. Long overdue, especially since we fixed the rear and the car's been feeling so good. So now we're going to do most of the front suspension. Only thing we can't do is the sway bar, and that's because I have a rotten frame. So we're actually going to take the sway bar out. But for the new parts, because it's an SVO, I cannot get any original SVO stuff unless I want to overpay for NOS stuff, but I'm not buying NOS stuff, it's too much money. So I decided to swap it to a SN95 lower control arms. So I have a set right here, ordered them off Rock Auto, and it comes with bushings pre-installed, the ball joint, and these are replaceable, SVO or not, so I'll actually be able to service this car in the future. I also got a pair of KYB struts for the front. I picked these up on Facebook Marketplace, but they're brand new. Not going to go with Coney's just yet. Coney's are going to be way farther in the future when I have nothing left to do with the car and I just want more originality. But for now, it's just I want to feel how good the car feels when it was factory. Not really. So when you do this conversion, you will need to get lower springs than the SVO comes with. So these are just regular Foxbody, like 5.0 springs, and yeah.
What makes the ball joints work on those control arms?
Oh yeah, so there's an MM kit right here. These are meant for the MM kit, but they also work with the SN95 lower control arms. So you would just slip these on. If you're doing the MM lower control arms, you don't need the zinc washers, but in our application, you'll slip these on so they'll fit into the factory SVO spindle. And then you put these two washers on here, and the nut goes on, and that's it.
Nice.
So, yeah. So we'll just get to jacking up the car and taking off all the old stuff. All right, car's in the air now. I'm just pulling off the wheels. What the fuck? Okay, you scared me there for a second. Nah, I think these are actual Coney's. Shit. Yeah, they are.
We got the logo for Coney's.
The triangle?
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. You gonna rebuild these then?
It's cheaper to buy new than to rebuild.
Oh,
I'm not even kidding, yeah.
What the hell is your point then?
I think if you're the original owner, they'll do a discount or they'll do it for like free or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm obviously not the original owner. This car's been ran through. So, yeah.
Some rust here as well. It's your engine.
Oh shit, that's bad.
I did not see that. The other side's the worst.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I got my welding. Gotta get my welding up this winter.
Yep. Alright. Pull both the wheels off, start pulling off the control arms.
Currently getting the sway bar out. Lots of rust. It's not.
Oh, this one actually came out, huh?
Did that one, yeah.
Damn.
Nice strip it.
All right, I'm just gonna go undo the
Other side.
other side. Yep. All right, let's hang on by the fucking thread. There we go.
Yep.
So this can rest. Hey, we'll probably sandblast this and paint it, right?
Oh yeah.
Alright, next we'll take off the brake calipers most likely.
Oh yeah, we should probably do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna take the strut out. Yeah, we gotta do the brakes.
Yeah, let's do the brake calipers. So, it should just be as easy as pulling these two out and the caliper should come off.
And then what, we just hang it somewhere?
Yeah, probably. We should really invest in bungee cords. Alright, brake caliper is removed. We didn't want to hang it up. There's really nowhere to hang it up. So now most likely we'll do the strut. Now this one I cannot get to. Are you able to get it?
If I have the right size wrench. What size is that?
Mine is 24.
Okay.
What is the rear one?
21.
Oh, the whole thing's just moving outwards. That's why.
Okay. Bolt fell someone back here. There we go.
seeing nothing, SVO purists. He's definitely not hammering a Coney or anything.
No, there's a bigger issue. Pass me your new shocks.
So, everything's been removed. We got this bolt out, and this bolt has been an absolute struggle. We've been at it for about 2 hours. Took a little trip to Home Depot, bought extra bolts because we decided to cut it. Went through 2 Sawzall blades. And, yeah. And as you can see, it's finally coming out over there.
It's
but
literally
it's
just
still
a
stuck.
vibration that was able to, and then I just fucking, like, fuck it, just hitting it, and it moved a little bit, so yeah.
So, now it's almost out, so... Yeah. We're gonna try to hammer that stuff out.
Chisel, that chisel installed the floor pans, that thing's big.
Dude, that chisel has been through absolutely everything. I think
How crazy, dude. It took everything off of it.
this chisel's been through every single car we've owned, and it's lasted. It's the SVO that gets it. And you guys want to talk shit about 4-cylinder Mustangs? The toughest out here.
It's just fucking. Now, if you're trying to reuse this, don't actually hit it like that, but.
Yeah, there's also a different path you can take with the SVO lower control arms. You can actually get this ball joint machined out just big enough to get it replaced with an SN95 one. That's what some people do as well. Because obviously this one is lighter than the SN95 ones.
I think the biggest difference is that, well, what, you think this whole control arm's lighter than that one?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's way less metal.
Yeah, but no, but this is, that thing is all pressed, what's it called, sheet metal.
That is
This
true.
is all solid, like cast or
cast, yeah.
forged. It's either cast or forged. This is the only pressed part, but these things, I don't know, we'll see. Let's see, actually. They're the same.
This one feels lighter, just like tad bit. I don't think a noticeable amount, but... Yeah. All right, now let's get to the scary part.
It's mint.
Oh, it should be mint, actually. This is the wrong one.
Yeah, you need the other one. That is the driver's side. We just pulled out the passenger side. Hey, I want to spray everything in the K-member area because we'll redo this once we're going in the engine bay.
Yeah, that
frame.
I don't give a shit about. I
Yeah.
just want this.
All right, let's see. How's it fit?
Needs to be pressed in. We'll just put it that way. That is the issue.
Yeah. So now we're gonna prep all this surface. We're gonna clean it, primer it, paint it, and then get back to installing everything we just took off. So, yeah. Also, should we show them how we're gonna fix the
shocks?
The shocks and the spindles.
Yeah. So if you want to come over to my workstation, you see we're too broke to afford a vise, so I kind of made my own. I just used the caulking gun, which I actually already bent. That's cool. So I've been putting these washers in here, and I've been using a step bit to drill these out to the perfect size for these bolts, which are the shock bolts.
Yeah, just because Home Depot didn't have the right size, but
yeah, we
it's
need
okay. We're making some really nice
or
ones.
What do we need? 9/16, and I didn't have that. So.
Or it was 7/16. Yeah. But yeah, basically the biggest issue is here are the 84 shocks. As you can see, it's a lot thinner. Let's see, for example, yeah, lug nut can't fit. Here is the new ones, KYB, a lot bigger. As you can see, lug nut fits with a lot of space. So I'm pretty sure it's a 1/4 inch difference. So one washer on each side to center it should be good because a washer is 1/8 of an inch. And hopefully that will be the proper way to do it.
Yeah. All right.
We'll see. So as you can see, I got it somewhat cleaned up. So I'm gonna hit it with primer, and then we're gonna wait for it to dry, and then hit it with some paint. So yeah. Okay, primer.
Oh, it's in my eyes. Yes.
It actually looks nice. Shit.
UHT. With these SN95 lower control arms, there is some modification required. How is it now? It needs more?
I don't fucking know, dude.
I think it might need a little more.
No, it's good on that. It's just.
So now it just
I
needs
think
to
the
be,
metal is just too wide.
it just needs to be bunked in now.
I think it's persuasion.
But yeah, the right side bushing, that needs to be pressed towards the front of the car. Otherwise it won't fit. And now we have to even alter it even more.
Got an angle grinder. a little bit of this.
Yeah?
Yeah. The
Okay.
left side's mint. It's just the right side, because left side, you can tell easily right there, like how it goes in nicely.
Yep.
And then it's catching like a tiny bit on this, so.
All right.
I'm just gonna, enough to take out all the grooves so it's just flat. I'm just gonna do this either with a flap disc or an angle grinder.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so now we just gotta get the bolt through. There's over there.
I'll grab the bolts. Have to do one aftermarket one. There you go.
Which one is this?
This is good boy. That's in. Slide this guy in. There we go.
And it's literally like in there perfectly now.
Yeah.
So, little recap of what we had to do if you're following around at home. So we had to press this bushing slightly in this way. And
I'll actually grab the other one just to show exactly where it gets to be pressed. So you take this line of this metal that you can see, the exposed metal, and you push it until it's flush with the black metal. So that's how far you have to press it.
And anyone trying to say that this is not safe, clearly haven't worked on cars, just because it's not like this is clipped in. If there was like a clip on one side and a clip on the other side, then you can't do that. But the way this is sitting, it is not going to be moving anywhere from left to right. Just
It's still sitting on metal. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's still sitting on metal. And the second part is there's nowhere for this thing to go, just because the left side's perfect. And so this one also has to be good. So the main part is for it to be centered in there. You don't want to force it. You don't want to bend your metal, or then, I mean, your car's probably not going to align too well.
Yep.
But yeah, it's really just, you don't want to mess with your K-member or your frame. You want to make sure that this thing just fits in there nicely. So yeah, and literally we just took off just a tiny bit. I used a flap disc because I didn't even want to use an angle grinder. Just a flap disc, just slightly took off a little bit of the metal of the like
probably
the
like
collar,
a quarter inch.
Collar thing. Not even not even quarter inch. I said like it was like 1/16 of an inch. It was just to get rid of any of the grooves. I literally just took the grooves down to flat, and that was it, and it was perfect. So yeah, we're gonna put the bolts on, get everything else in, and then we'll preload it afterwards.
Yep.
So yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we pulled the rotor off because it was hitting it back here, because we put the little collar guy first onto the threads. I think you don't have to take the rotor off if you put this first into the spindle part, but since we put it onto the ball joint first, we're having trouble with the control arm hitting the back of the rotor while trying to put it in. So we just took the rotor off and it easily went back in.
Well,
so
we just followed instructions. So
followed instructions, I guess. So yeah, we're probably gonna re-grease the ball joint.
So the two washers that are included with it, as well as the nut and the control arm. And now we just got a torque rotor spec.
Which is what, 140?
It's 109 to 140.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we'll just re-grease the shaft, put the rotor back on, and slowly start piecing this thing back together. All right, so since this does not have a cotter pin, we're just gonna do a little bit of Loctite on it. Just the tiniest amount. And as I'm gonna squeeze like a million fucking gallons out. There you go. And let me get some on the nut.
No, it's already on that.
Yes, but it's not even coverage.
It will be even because it'll move it around.
Okay, fine. All right.
It's never coming off.
Good. Great. Don't need it to.
It's a 24 millimeter bolt. This bolt came with the new ball joint and our control arm.
No cotter pin. I don't know how you SN95 people do it. All right, so I had to run to the store real quick because the Coney strut nuts are different than what comes with the KYBs. So now I'm just gonna jack the car up to get the strut through. There she comes. And I'll get it up all the way until it bottoms out, and there it is. And now I'll just throw a nut on there, torque her down, and she'll be good to go. After that, all that's left is, while I have this jacked up, meaning the suspension's preloaded, and yeah, it's off the jack stands, but there's no other way around it. While that's jacked up, I'm gonna have to tighten down these nuts for the lower control arms down there, these two, and this will be finished. The right side suspension is fully assembled, as you can see. This is torqued down. When this was preloaded, I torqued those nuts down over here. This is all torqued down as well. So this side is fully finished. It actually looks great. So when I'll be doing the entire wheel liner, I'll also pull the calipers off as well as the rears, paint those. The spindle, I'll brush that up. All I need to do is remove the strut and the disc, and I'll be able to paint the entire spindle. I'll do hand brushed because that usually lasts longer than spray on. And yeah, so it actually looks great right now. The only thing that's left is I have to connect this brake line, and this side is completely finished. So we'll get on to the next side after that brake line's reconnected. Alrighty, so the driver's side is pretty much prepped to install all the new parts. All I need to do is just prime this and paint this. The entire process is the same, except this side was a lot easier than the passenger side. Everything came out as it should have. I didn't have to cut anything, sawzall, none of that. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna prime that, and then I'll have to go and press these bushings the way they're supposed to be, grind down that one little spot on the lower control arm for it to fit, and then everything can get assembled over here, and that'll be the end. All right, so this side is also fully assembled now. You know, did it off camera just because we showed you how to do it on the other side. But now we're just brake cleaning everything. Then we're gonna bleed the brakes and hopefully get her back on the road. It sits so high. But that's because I'm not used to it.
It'll settle a bit.
I'm just not used to it sitting this high because the conies were also just completely blown, so it was like slammed to the ground.
Yeah, that, and I mean, hold on, let's get it from farther away in the shot. Yeah. I mean, I think that once it settles, they're gonna be even. Because before, your front was lower than the rear.
Yeah.
So, yeah, once it'll be evened, and
I think so.
yeah.
It's alright. Do a little bit of Cali. You never hurt anybody, right?
They'll do a little test drive.
Do they actually? I think they banned it, right, in South Carolina.
The Cali lane?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I don't care about that stuff. So, yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, take it for a test drive. Come back, clean the shop, and then install some quad shocks on the GT350. So, yeah. What was this? I'm not even gonna ask.
Where are you taking my car apart, huh?
These random zip ties.
Factory zip tie.
These factory zip ties, huh? Are they dated 1984?
Yep.
I put in my car then. Give it gas! Gas!
I'm giving it gas. Holy shit, she feels so good. Except, need swipe bar for that. It feels so much sturdier.
Oh yeah.
Dude, so nice. Probably gonna have to replace the springs out in the future. Obviously, I'll go with the conies, but
just get coilovers. I
would like to crash into this guy right now. The fucking Nissan. Look how close he fucking parks.
Over the line.
Yeah. All right, well.
It's the next day, and the front is still insanely high. I mean, look at this Cali lean we got going.
Yeah. At least you feel cool when you're driving it, right?
Yeah.
But
So if you do this at home, do not use Foxbody springs, I guess.
well, use Foxbody springs. I just got GT350 springs because I assumed it's the same thing as like the LX and everything else, but apparently not. So what we'll have to do is next time we're in that area, we'll just cut one coil off the spring, which is perfectly safe because they're...
Same spring rate throughout?
Yeah, it's equal spring rate all the way throughout, so it's perfectly safe to do. So, yeah, but that's it for this video. Pretty short video, but very informative because there's not really many parts for these cars. So, thanks for watching.